Hey y'all, this is Ciarfox. Welcome to my stream. I didn't actually have set up my Genshin shit. One second. There we go. Alright,
Right.
Anyways, let's start. We're gonna start with some Genshin stuff. And we'll move over to, I don't know what the Tournament in Glory is. Am I good at covering the talkie talk? Can I do that? I'm good at what I do. Bit covering, but not that bad. Wait, back. I didn't find it particularly interested in pulling for her, but I started pulling for Crane Mommy and didn't get her, but I did get Inson. So, Yinsen. So I'm fine with that.
Huh? Why are all these people gathered around? Did something happen?
That'll be fine.
Let's go take a look.
How's it looking, Doc? Is there any hope for him?
Chill, bro. I'm thinking.
Chill, bro.
This
Bruh?
dude's Milray, right? What a little champ. Barely made a noise, despite all the pain he must be in.
Is
Did he
this
fight in
horn?
the war?
That's right. We'd never normally send such a young Tapetlasaur into battle, but we couldn't stop him. Developed a real knack for sneaking past us and running off to the front line to fight the Abyss.
Bad.
He's a smart one, that's for sure. Might not be the strongest, but he ran rings around those abyssal monsters. We even awarded him a Warrior's Medal after the war ended. But then he took a turn for the worse a few days ago. He's been having fainting spells ever since.
Well, that sucks.
Poor little guy. Already a battle-worn veteran, yet still so young.
Hey, Katina, what's going on here? Traveler, Paimon, long time no see.
Long time no see. Yep. Long time no hearing your voice,
basically,
it feels
there's
like.
this young Tapetlasaur in our tribe called Milray. We're not sure what's wrong with him, but he's been getting weaker and weaker by the day. Eva's taking a look at him. Nyan, who he grew up with, is here too. We're all really worried about him.
He is a bit paler looking than the
When
other
my
ones right
daughter
now.
got lost in the mountains. It was Milray who helped bring her back.
To think that he made it through the war, but now that peace has finally come.
You will not do this to me, game. You will not make me emotional.
We'll find a way.
And you are, I already know who you are.
You're that Cuckoo-thesaurus from the vet clinic. Huh? What are you on about?
One of the secret things that I didn't find out until later is you could actually walk up if you turn into one of the creatures next to him and actually be able to talk to him directly.
Eva you just mentioned, does it actually...
Hey, yo, everyone! Please chill. I think I've got this figured out. For a juvenile Saurian, he showed remarkable courage in the war, but he's too young to be using that much phlogiston. As a result, he
Ain't he
developed
hot?
a rare pathological change. The initial symptoms might not have been obvious, but he's gone untreated for so long that his condition is now very serious.
You mean he originally got sick during the war, but the symptoms only just started to show up now?
That's right. He may have just been acting tough this whole time. Didn't want his friends stressing out over him.
I mean, that's understandable. Can't even arrow right.
There must be something you can do, right? Please help him.
Something this rare? I don't have anything on hand that can treat it. Good news is that I read about a similar case back when I was still studying. The scroll mentioned 2 essential ingredients:
So, ha 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 ha.
First up, an herbaceous perennial known as an ocean zephyr. Though they can grow practically anywhere, they're exceedingly rare.
Of course they are.
Second, honestly, I couldn't figure it out back then either. The name recorded was Sacred Flame Crystal, but there wasn't much else to go on beyond that.
Sacred flame? Like the one burning in the stadium? When Mualani and I took part in the pilgrimage of the Return of the Sacred Flame, we collected loads of contending sparks during the team stage. Apparently, they're sparks from the Sacred Flame itself. They even make you feel all warm and fuzzy while you carry them.
Oh,
Do you
drugs.
think these crystals might be something similar?
From the name, I'd say we're looking for a rarer, purer form of Sacred Flame.
You sure there's even such a thing? We've been in Natland for ages now, but we've never come across anything like that.
Yeah, and these people have lived here their entire fucking lives and haven't seen anything
So
like
it would
that.
seem, as it happens.
Huh? For real, Uncle Bacall?
For it seems for as
It's
it
a
happens.
coincidence that I've even heard of it. Apparently, the people of Natland knew how to make a special kind of sacred flame crystal way back when. I'm not sure exactly how they did it, but the other chiefs might know something. I'll go ask them. Thank you, Aoife. Your diagnosis was a huge help. Mind if I keep you a little longer?
Sure thing, dude. I'll stick around until we've got some results.
Sure thing, dude.
Great. In that case, let's go our separate ways for now. Milray needs some proper rest, and he's not going to get that with so many people gathered around. I'll let you all know as soon as there's any news. Fingers crossed, he'll soon be on the mend.
Too bad, Aoife. Is it a 5-star, male character here? Hello, please.
What up, my dudes?
Your rep precedes you, bro. Respect.
I could tell we're totally on the same wavelength. The name's Aoife, a vet from the Flower Feather clan. This here's my assistant, Kakuku. Dude's all about copying what others say.
Yeah, we were kind of...
The Traveler in Paimon, yeah? Everyone's heard all about you two. You're absolute legends. The total package. Brave, wise, and strong. Best hero duo I've ever seen. No contest.
Can we stop with the praise?
You're making Paimon blush.
Truth is, I spent the war treating wounded Saurians. Never got a chance to fight alongside you.
A legend among vets.
Oh, thanks, bro. I appreciate that.
There was always a long line outside Aoife's clinic back then. Even Kakuku was so busy, he was running around like a headless chicken.
He is all butt head.
Seriously.
True that. More wounded were piling up by the day. Dude, the Abyss is no joke. Sneaky enough to hit us right where it hurts. Lots of docs have dropped at their posts over the last few years. There's some fresh talent rolling in recently. I'm hoping they could step up quick. But vet med's no joke. There's a ton of challenges to overcome before you could be a qualified vet.
That's
No matter
rough.
how hard you hit the books, you're still gonna run into all kinds of weird diseases that are hard to treat. Like Milray's. So rare it doesn't even have a name.
Then we can name
If
it.
my old man hadn't forced me to read all kinds of different stuff when I was a kid, I'd probably only be able to suggest a more conservative treatment. It's true what they say, bro. There's always more to learn.
Bro.
So your dad was a vet too?
Yeah, totally. Our family's medical knowledge has been passed down over generations. My old man started steering me toward being a vet when I was a kid, schooling me on all kinds of herbs. And man, if I forgot anything, out came the broom.
Violence.
My family's been vets for generations now. No clue who it was that kicked off the tradition, you know?
Loco.
Back when I was a kid, my dad said something about our skills being medicine born of guilt. But the reason we got into it doesn't really matter. What matters is that it's useful.
Guilt? Sounds pretty strange.
Did
to
your
Paimon.
people work for the doctor?
Usually you only feel guilty when you've done something wrong.
Hey, Cake, how are you?
Who knows? After he passed, there wasn't anybody else I could ask. I figure it's because guilt gnaws at anyone practicing medicine. When you fail to fix someone up, I've been there.
How you doing?
So I'm gonna do my best to make sure that doesn't happen this time.
I'm I'm
I don't
doing
recall
well.
ever seeing a record of any patient with
Just
this
a warning
malady who was
ahead of
successfully
time,
cured.
storms are in the area,
maybe Milray
so
will be the first.
what's cooking? Good looking. Nothing because I had salad today. So, uh,
Heck yeah, I do.
but we might be cooking medicine for this poor dinosaur over here. What? Talk for a little while longer. Pasta,
Oh,
I
looks like the Chiefs are
could,
back.
but
Let's go see what they have to say.
the Chiefs have gathered. Even the tall one.
The last time I was here,
Cooking stream. No,
I remember seeing
never.
him happily rolling around with Io. This is so sudden.
I mean, unless we're talking about like Cooking Mama or something like that.
Well, as the saying goes, illness strikes like a landslide. It's not uncommon for people and saurians to just
Well,
collapse.
key of the matter
overnight.
is, I am not graceful, and trying to do a stream while being graceful while cooking, I'll probably get myself more hurt than not.
Given that he first fell sick during the war, he's done well to make it this far.
I'm good when when nobody's watching.
Hey, little guy. Are you okay?
It's not that I'm bad at cooking, I'm just bad at being graceful.
For one so young to risk life and limb on the field of battle. This too is a responsibility we adults must bear.
Whoa. All 6 tribal chiefs in one place? Not something you see every
Ghost
day.
Boo. Yeah.
It's true that we used to hardly ever meet up like this. The affairs of our own tribes were usually enough to keep us all swamped. These days, though, group dinners on our days off have practically become the routine, so don't look too surprised.
Group dinners? More like group mooching. You guys always seem to end up at my place. So shameless.
Well, your cooking is too good to resist. You've seen how hopeless the rest of us are in that regard.
I used to have a southern
Let's get
accent,
down to
yes.
business.
But you know, because I was born and raised in the South. But when I was in elementary school, I was bullied really bad for it. So I taught myself not to have it.
Aoife, we've been informed about the situation. Once again, it's a good thing we're here to help out.
I just hated being treated like I was really stupid because of I had
Milray
it.
to peddle
So
stores have helped transport goods for the Flower Feather clan in the past. We won't just stand by and watch while he suffers.
well, I mean that was years ago. I am now much older, so it's one of those things you've trained it out of yourself, and I have to think about it just to bring it back. Rogue is amazing, yes, but Rogue has a Louisiana kind of
I
accent.
just happened to come across a record of a case like his back home, but I don't know anything about this sacred flame crystal.
I haven't heard of it either. Can the sacred flame even take other forms?
I mean, Rogue is hot. I will not deny that. Yes, she is.
It can indeed. While I've never seen this happen in the flesh, I have read references
Rogue
to it
is
in
definitely
Lords and
hot.
Scrolls. In ancient
And
Natlan,
Gambit's
besides
voice
the
is nothing
pilgrimage and the
to.
return of the sacred flame, there is said to have been another way to produce sacred flame, known as the Bloom Flower Trials. It was a
Well, maybe
combat
if somebody else shows
exercise
up that
held jointly
has
by
done
the
it a
6
lot,
tribes that was even more intense than
like
the
horror or
pilgrimage.
something, you could easily
So it
probably ask
occasionally
them.
yielded an even purer form of sacred flame.
Sacred flame crystals!
For real? How have I never heard of that?
Simple. The Bloomflower trials haven't been held for centuries.
Yeah, but Gambit is also Southern and sorry, and the form, the femboy form. Though the femboy is more the neural. I wouldn't say twink form, but that's more recent. Before broad shoulders, all this other stuff, Gambit was hot that way too. So I mean, is there some story hidden behind this?
Something seems to have happened the last time they were held. But it was so long
But
ago that
both,
I
come
don't know the
on!
specifics.
I have harems, both.
The more reasonable explanation is this: that people once believed these sacred flame crystals.
Have you seen some of the
possessed
comics with
extraordinary
Gambit?
power,
He does
and that
too!
warriors could use them to enhance their own strength. In reality, they turned out to be far less miraculous than hoped for. In some rare, very specific circumstances, they proved.
I'm not saying she
irreplaceable,
isn't perfect!
but
We
they
can
were
have
not
more
so
than one
different from the
perfect
regular
people!
Sacred flame in essence.
You have two perfect people here with southern accents! So could Gambit, and Gambit could tie me up. Rogue could tie me up too, now that I think about it, because just how the X-Men train. Meow.
The pilgrimage produced enough sacred flame, making the Bloomflower trials obsolete, and thus they were forgotten.
Look, I have my harem.
Again. So to save Milray, we have to revive the Bloomflower trials and get all 6 tribes to take part. Ooh, that sounds rough.
I'd say we'd be better off not treating it like some kind of hassle. All 6 tribes need to take part, sure, but not everyone has to show up. We can keep it voluntary, so warriors who happen to have time can sign up and fight it out of their own accord. Since the war ended,
Okay, fine,
the
you can have
pilgrimage
Rogue, I
has
won't.
become more like a tournament for our warriors to compete in and keep themselves in shape. So why not let them hone their skills on a fresh new stage?
I'm seeing
We should
Saurians
never
all
drop our
around
guard
spying
completely,
too.
even in times of peace. But like that, it seems high
I will
time
let you
we
have
restarted
Rogue
the
then.
Bloomflower trials.
I'm with you on that. Nothing gets the blood pumping like a contest to see which tribe's the strongest, huh?
I hate to say it, Kyle, but your voice doesn't quite fit how I would think you'd sound like,
No
but okay.
objections on my part.
I'll go discuss this with the others. I'm sure there will be plenty of warriors who'll be itching to take part.
Cowboy hat and
I can't
boots.
speak for everyone else, but I can guarantee that Mualani will be there. There's nothing she loves more than a lively occasion.
And I guess your vote was a foregone conclusion, eh, Pakal? Great. We're all in agreement then.
I mean, to be fair, I think she'd more be worried about whether you can touch her or not. Safely.
Thanks, everyone. It really means a lot.
Let's head back to our tribes and see how many people are willing to sign up. If interest is high, we'll hold a big event.
I think
But
this
if
is where
not, we'll keep it
Kanicha's new
small.
voice comes in, this event.
Agreed. Rules will be crucial too. A competition without rules is just mindless violence. And that's not what we want.
I don't know. I think Wolverine can be hot in certain iterations of him.
I'll draw up an outline. Let's meet up at the Speaker's Chamber later. After all, we'll still need the Pyro Archon's final approval.
Oh yeah, and we'll also need some Ocean Zephyrs to cure Milray.
Alright,
Who'll
fine, I'll be
gather them
crazy.
while we're organizing the trials.
I've got that covered. I just noticed that some of Milray's friends have shown up.
Oh, yeah, I figured that there was something more about it. Them everywhere.
You mean these Saurians? You're right. There's all sorts. Seems like he's quite the popular little fella. Huh.
Kakuku, can you hit them up and ask if they'd be down to lend a claw?
Banana bread? Are we talking about, like, actual food?
Sure thing, bro. I've got you, bro.
I like banana bread, especially if it's, like, right out of the oven and, like, you put butter on it. so it melts with it.
Must be nice having a Saurian companion who can talk.
Well, if that's everything, how about we call it a day?
All right. See you later. Aoife, let's head back. And bring these Saurians along too. We've got to teach them how to identify ocean zephyrs.
You're so cute.
See ya, little guy. We'll come visit you again soon. Whoa! They sure are quick on their feet. Guess they're chiefs for a reason. When they decide on something, it gets done right away.
More the sleep on it type, are we, Paimon?
But that's what you're here for, right? Whenever Paimon puts things off, even for just a while, you'll handle them straight away.
Paimon.
Oh, wow. No way, bro. Even Kakuku's done with this conversation.
Spread the word. Kachina, you gonna sign up?
Of course.
In that case, let's head over together. Traveler, Paimon, see you at the speaker's chamber in a bit.
Oh, alright. Hope the rest of your night goes well, hun.
So far, so good. At this rate, Milray will be better in no time.
Whimper.
Aw, you're awake. Wanna try getting a bit more sleep?
He has something to say.
Think so? Is he feeling hungry then? Hey, Kakuku, can you help us translate? Oh, long gone. Oh no, he does seem pretty anxious. What are you trying to say, little guy?
I mean, we could get our Saurian over to talk. No, right. Indwell it to let be the Thor. Okay. Cough, cough, cough. Everything okay, Milray? Do you want something to eat something? Why don't I go pick you some fruit? Thanks for looking after me, Nyan. I'll be fine. Hello, Milray and Nyan. Nyan. Oh, who are you? I haven't seen you around before. Have you come to visit Milray too? Yeah, I just wanted to tell you have nothing to worry about, okay? Those nice humans have found a way to cure you. Won't be long before they've gathered enough ocean zephyrs and sacred flame crystals, so hang in there. You'll be on the mend soon. Sacred flame crystals. Milray. Exactly what I'm worried about. Those nice humans have no idea how dangerous sacred flame crystals are. Dangerous? Yes, very dangerous. They can beguile human hearts, turn friends into enemies. The humans must be very careful. Ouch! Milray struggles to say something else, but he falls unconscious once more. Beguile humans' hearts. The chiefs didn't mention anything about that before. Could there be unknown risks associated with using the sacred flame crystals? More importantly, even if the chiefs know nothing about this, despite all the knowledge they possess, then where did Milray and Nyan come to hear of it? Nyan, who told you that the sacred flame crystals were dangerous? Why don't we ask Malwika? She is the chief. I mean, a mysterious Kukusar we met while fighting those big monsters. He was the one who told us. Oh, they're adorable. I still remember how our friends were all running around in a panic the first time Milray passed out. It's not this disease, not again. We'll need to find ocean zephyrs and sacred flame crystals. But sacred flame crystals can beguile human hearts and turn friends into enemies. What should I do? Where did this Kusaurus find out then? I don't know. He often said things we couldn't understand. Apart from us, no other little Saurians wanted to play with him. And as far as I could tell, he didn't have any human companions either. Oh, okay. But I'm sure he wouldn't have lied to us. He has saved us many times, and we're very close friends. I really, really hope that Milray recovers soon. But if the sacred flame crystals really are that dangerous, I don't think that's the way he would want to be saved. Don't worry. I'm here to help. I'll remind the humans to be careful. In the meantime, you take good care of Milray, all right? Just make sure he doesn't worry too much about getting and gets lots of rest. You did that for him? Thanks so much. This is becoming more mysterious by the minute. With Malwika, but Malwika was not. Six Chiefs presents, I'll sure everything will be all right, but I'll still better find a chance to talk to Malwika about it. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna be smart about this. For once in my goddamn life. Such a strange thing.
I've read through your proposal, and it sounds like a great idea. Even if it wasn't for Milray's situation, there'd be many reasons to start holding the Bloomflower trials again. How many warriors have been signing up?
Far more than we anticipated.
Our warriors sure are fired up. The ones who came late even held a protest outside the sign-up booth. We'll make an exception by adding a few more spots.
Nice.
So many people have signed up that we've had to divide the competition up into main matches.
I mean, you know that they don't have anything else to fight.
Each main match will pit 2 different tribes against one another, while the exhibition matches will see 3 tribes going up against another 3.
Overwatch style?
I'm planning to limit the number of spots for the exhibition matches. Accidents are more likely in tangled melees, so with fewer contestants, we can ensure that any injuries will be attended to promptly.
Well, you've clearly thought this through with care. You have my approval. And don't worry, I'll find a way to fund it.
Oh?
Thank you, Archon.
Oh, where will the trials be held? I'll stop by later to see how things are going. But I won't be taking part. Wouldn't want to spoil everyone else's fun.
Aww.
The main venue will be near the Stadium of the Sacred Flame, with additional arenas set up around the various tribes.
All right, I'm all out of questions. Keep at it, everyone, and thanks for your hard work.
In that case, we'll be off. It's time we started organizing crews to set up the venues.
Traveler, Paimon. Good luck.
With?
Huh? Good luck with what exactly?
Hey, it's been a while, you two. Are you here about
Oops.
the Bloomflower trials too?
I mean, yes.
Yep, we sure are. Sounds like everything's going to plan.
Bloomflower trials. The name alone fills me with nostalgia. I first heard about it from my dad, who first heard about it from his dad, my old grandpa.
Guess that means they were last held at least 500 years ago? Wait a sec. No, it must have been much earlier than that.
What?
then. Whoa. When you put it like that, it does feel kind of surreal that we're doing something that hasn't been done in such a long time.
I mean...
True, but I've got a good feeling about this. We'll pull it off, rest assured.
Do you know anything about the sacred
What makes
dream
you
crystals?
ask?
We've heard about the sacred flame crystals beguiling human hearts.
I've never heard such a rumor before. And rationally speaking, it just doesn't even seem possible.
I mean...
The rules governing the Oda resurrection have protected Natland for many long years, and these rules are themselves fueled by the Sacred Flame's power. We've been working with the Sacred Flame all this time, and we've never noticed anything unusual about it. In essence, Sacred Flame crystals are just another form of the Sacred Flame. I can't imagine how they could possibly beguile human hearts.
I find it hard to imagine too.
Please, be at ease. And besides, even if they did harbor some kind of evil power, it will not cause any real trouble in the Natland we now live in. Not if I have anything to say about it.
I mean, we might have something to say about it before the end of this, being that it's being brought up like a foreshadowing that's hitting you upside the head.
Our main priority right now is to hold the Bloomflower trials so we can collect enough Sacred Flame crystals to heal that little Tapetlosaurus.
It's so reassuring to have you on our side, Moika.
Yes!
Well, there are some things even I can't handle. For example, it just came to my attention that you've got some people waiting for you outside.
Are you psychic?
Huh? Who could they be?
You'll
Friends!
find out soon enough. Go on now. Don't keep them waiting.
Friends with new voices! Question mark?
Finally, you're here!
Pick me your imagination!
Traveler Paimon. So, basically...
Last time I heard he is, son.
First served. What I'm saying is I get to go first.
What?
What's going on? Why is everyone turned up all of a sudden?
Why is everybody fighting over us?
So, you know about the bloom flower trials, right? I mean, we were wondering, have you decided which tribe you'll join? If not, how about the people of the springs? What? We're allowed to take part too?
Given that the trials haven't been held in so long, we're creating a new set of rules for them, separate from the ones for the pilgrimage.
I don't know what to make of your new voice, but it'll grow on me.
All of the chiefs have agreed, but whether or not you compete or which tribe you support, well, that's completely up to you.
So similar to Oron's. I'll just need to listen to it more.
As the hero who saved Natlan, your participation would be a huge morale boost for whoever you choose to join.
No pressure,
In
though.
other words, recruiting you is every tribe's top priority right now.
Oh, so that's what's going on! No wonder Chief Akatl wished us good luck just now. He must have known this was coming.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, I don't like being
For
wanted.
the chit-chat. I hope you're ready for some serious incentives.
Oh god, business mode.
Do you like the sound of luxury hot spring vouchers? I'll even throw in a selection of fine gifts from the shop.
Sweetie.
Luxury hot springs? Sounds like Paimon's perfect vacation.
Paimon!
If you join the Scions of the Canopy, we'll hold a great barbecue in your honor. The finest quality meat, all you can eat.
Kinky.
And if you join right away,
A house voice!
chance of being taken on as a sidekick of the almighty Dragon Lord, Kahula-How!
Yeah, no one wants that.
Neat, you little... Ah! All-you-can-eat barbecue? Join up with the Collective of Plenty, and I'll provide a year's worth of training sessions and a personalized nutrition plan to help you become stronger than you already are. Paimon's not too keen on training, but getting stronger does sound tempting.
Would you join me in the fights for
All I've
once?
got to offer are freshly picked vegetables, but I can guarantee they're really tasty.
Oh, sweetie.
Ooh, could Paimon get some samples?
Paimon!
Fancy some flying lessons? Or you could just hitch a ride. I'll take you soaring through the skies myself.
Well, flying's kind of what Paimon does for a living. But flying around with the Traveler sounds like it could be a lot of fun too.
You float, you don't fly.
I can bake Saurus crackers and green fruit chips.
Aww.
Oh, Paimon loves those too. Oh, this is such a tough choice.
I mean, it's a choice we're supposed to bake together.
Not just because the freebies are tempting, but also because picking one tribe feels like we're betraying all the others.
Yeah, that's a true thing.
You know what? Paimon's decided to leave this one to you.
That money belongs to all after all.
Paimon's pretty sure that isn't an option.
Hope, yeah, it's hope.
Actually, it's not a bad idea. It could work for the exhibition matches at least. There'd be 3 tribes on one side versus 3 on the other for those. So, first half you're on our side, second half on theirs. Sounds fair enough, right?
Huh. Hadn't thought of that. Pretty clever.
Kanish, balancing it out.
Really? Huh. Then, as for those perks you mentioned earlier...
Paimon, don't be greedy.
Don't worry, my offer still stands. Enjoying ourselves is the #1 priority here.
So it's settled then? For the first half of the exhibition match, you'll fight alongside us Scions of the Canopy, People of the Springs, and the Children of Echoes against the other 3 tribes.
Okay.
just like the old days when we used to fight side by side. We're gonna be unstoppable!
All right, it's nearly time. Let's get ready and head over there together.
That's the Let's see what this was first. My little Saurians. Welcome to the Saurian Expedition's supply station. Wow, there's so many little Saurians here. Are you all going to go look out for Ocean Zephyrs? Time and tide wait for no man. The Ocean Zephyr picking squad's already left. Those young'uns wanted to help no matter how hard Mr. Aoife and Mr. Cuckoo tried to teach them. They don't quite get what Ocean Zephyr is. To honor their enthusiasm, Mr. Aoife let them join the expedition, although what counts as an expedition was left up to them. Whether it's yummy grapefruit or shiny trinkets, they can elect whatever they want. All that matters is they get back safely. Paimon gets it. Well, they sure look happy. Stay safe, little ones! Outside the world's full of bad guys. Oh. We're here to guide the little ones, Saurians, along their expedition. If you're interested, come check it out. Oh, no. Different terrains. Guide. Delicious. Number of precious green fruit magma will rain down in the field at intervals, clearing damage with the creatures within the AoE and the warning shots. Further lit. Aggressive maneuvers. It's gonna get hit by that. Damn it. Probably pick. Infiltration stages, you must direct it. Seize all treasure chests in the area. Patrolling group is also present. Let's tell you discover them. You can. Fuck. Has available in the area. He sounds. Okay. Fuck. So you can learn. There. Sorry, I'm concentrating for once in my life. This might not be a good thing. Okay. I don't know if there's anything more to that I need. Over there. Okay. Whee! Alright.
Alright, so this is our base. According to the rules, all we have to do is capture 3 of their bases in a row, and we win!
Okay.
The almighty Dragon Lord, how needs only hoof to claw, and poof! All that you behold shall be turned to ashes.
What if I didn't want it to be ashes?
Mess up our match, and I'll lock you up till it's all over.
Ooh. Send Malwika after him.
You killjoy! We're a real dream team. Let's just charge right in.
We know each other pretty well, so working together should be a breeze. Still, let's not get careless. There are a lot of cliffs nearby, so our vision will be obscured. They could ambush us from the high ground, too.
In that case,
Anakin,
let's
I
follow
had
the water
the...
instead. See that flag over there? That's the Collective of Plenty's base, right? We'll approach swiftly on the water, sweep in and capture the base, then move up to the high ground.
I like the way you think.
Oh, you are friends.
Too, Lilani.
Catch them
All right,
completely
then.
off guard.
Time for me and my Sharky surfboard to strut our stuff.
Sharky shark.
I'll take point. Everyone follow me!
I don't think I have anything on my character right now for... Okay, I do. What is my... You know what? Just... It's 3. Surfing USA. God, it's been forever since I've heard that song. We used to have something in PE class called Beach Day, where we would do beach, but I mean it was we acted like we were at the beach and it was outside.
Just as expected.
You could wear bathing
Classic
suits.
People of the Springs thinking. Huh? They saw through our plan?
Duh.
No choice but to face them head on now.
Violence.
All right then. Time for a real showdown. You're going down. Oh! Catch an epic wave! Whoosh! Here goes! Clear the area!
I got him cornered.
Bow before your king!
Wow, before you're king.
Dragon fire.
There's a wall there.
Hey, no slacking. Give this everything you've got.
What if I have nothing?
Let her rip.
Locked on.
Not a bad training session. Let's call it a day. We won.
We won! We won!
At this rate, we'll be invincible.
Don't count your Yumkasaurs yet.
Yunkumsaurs, yunk.
Wait a sec. Don't forget to plant our flag before we leave. This
Plant
is
it.
proof of our victory.
Wahaha. Alright.
See that? Up above the cliffs? That's the Masters of the Night Wind's base.
The nearby mountainsides have all been blocked off by crystal clusters. Looks like they don't want us getting up there so easily. Don't worry. Leave this to Turbo Twirly. You've got this, Kachina.
You're finally
Boo.
here, Other Granny. If
Hi.
I'm back home too late, my vegetables will get thirsty.
So sweetie.
Don't worry. We'll make this quick for you. Let's ride.
We all know which side's gonna win. Whichever one's I'm on, right?
I got him cornered.
Is that all you have?
Glory to which none can compare.
Wahaha.
Carving waves. Check this out. Best of luck.
Chances are looking slim. Oh, perhaps it's time I got going.
I feel like you're giving up too easily.
All right. We've taken the Masters of the Night Wind's base too. Look, up there in the mountain, the flag of the Flower Feather Clan. Wow, looks like they're already on high alert.
They're also very high up there.
Yeah. Not only do they have the high ground, but they're highly mobile too. With our current forces, a frontal assault won't be easy.
Looks like I showed up right on cue, huh?
Sholin!
Hey, you're here too, Shilonin.
They did mention
Let's save
reinforcements.
this small talk for when the flag's in the bag.
Now that backup's arrived, let's split up into 2 teams.
I'll lead a frontal assault to draw their fire.
Kinky.
The rest of you find another route up and strike directly at the heart of their base.
I can taste our victory already.
Woo! You're so cute, tail. I just remembered that.
Okay.
Hold up! That's where Shalon's headed. Let's find another way.
Okay, let's stop around here. We can use grappling hooks to climb up to the top.
We are Batman. Hi, bitches!
Well, would you look at that? You managed to find a gap in our defenses somehow.
I think that you realized that we were going to come it this way.
So
Let's
stay
say
on your feet, if you can.
sometimes the gap is where you want them to go, so they have only one place to go in, and you know, you're controlling their movement.
Well said. Let's do this.
Ba 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 ba. Let's do this! Sorry, I'm checking.
Let's have ourselves some fun!
Fun! Fun!
Locked on. For the Lord of the Night.
Still got plenty of bullets left with your names on them.
Drilling down!
All right. How about we call it a day?
Does that mean we've won?
Yep.
Told you we'd be unstoppable.
Yeah, I am here.
Well, that was pretty exhilarating, even as battles go.
Oh, you can say that again. I was still fighting off Cuckoosaur riders halfway up the mountainside when I'd heard you already taken the base.
Sober,
That
didn't
was
happen.
Well played.
We wouldn't have taken the base the other way. I mean, the way we did otherwise.
The going would have been way tougher if we had fought our way up.
You didn't do anything, Paimon!
How about the sacred flame crystals? Did anyone manage to get their hands on some?
I found a few shards, but they were only about as big as grain fingertips. I gave them to the marshals from the Masters of the Nightwind on our way back.
Sit Lolly!
Yes, and they gave them to me. Granny C. Lolly! Are you here to take part in the Bloomflower trials too?
I devised the techniques for the main matches, so of course I would show up. Those marshals handed the sacred flame crystals over as soon as they saw me. I did a quick tally. At this rate, we should have enough by the event's end.
Woo!
That's awesome!
Even Sit Lolly didn't notice anything strange about the sacred flame crystals. Am I just overthinking this? You shouldn't.
Well, since everything's gone so smoothly,
It's not okay till it's
why
over.
don't we hit the hot springs tonight?
Oh, I am all for it. There's nothing like
Bathing
letting our
suit
hair
episode.
down after a hard day's work. Ooh, and good food and drink wouldn't go down badly either.
How about we head over there together? You can all hitch a ride on Turbo Twirly.
I'm not sure we could all fit.
Sorry, but I need to head back to the workshop to finish up some forging commissions first. Let's meet at the People of the Springs later this evening.
I need to help at the shop anyway, so I'll pick up some snacks there. See you all tonight!
Woo!
I might be a bit late. If you're all there earlier, feel free to start without me.
No.
Paimon can't wait!
Paimon will eat all your food if you don't get here fast enough.
Uh-huh. Sure. In that case, I guess I'll be off too. See you tonight!
Nobody's wearing bathing suits, except for the NPCs that normally wear bathing suits.
The last one's left! Come on, I'll take you to get changed.
Yay!
You remember where the changing rooms are, right? I'm pretty sure I showed you last time. Time sure flies. Oh, sorry. Let's save the reminiscing for later. Let's go!
You changed in a familiar spot. See? Still image!
Started! This is the life. Hear this, Hot Spring. I hereby bestow upon you the name of the Almighty Dragon Lord.
Sit down, Ahal.
All the fatigue just floats away.
we could do this every day.
Then it wouldn't be as relaxing.
Join us, Shilonen?
I'm not a huge fan of being in the water.
I mean,
this right here is more my kind of spot.
True cats tend to, but jaguars don't have as much of an opinion on that.
Last but not least, surf, turf, and perch.
Food.
Ah, that smells amazing. Oh, hold your horses. There's a time for fun and games, and it's now when there's delicious food already on the table.
I thought you were just relaxing.
Take that, Kanich! Bow before my greatness!
Oh,
Hey, watch it out.
he has his head
There's
thing
splashing
off.
water everywhere.
Sleeping on.
This is so tasty. Traveler, you gotta try it.
Kachina, Tevat to Kachina. I made Saurus crackers. Come have some.
Okay, I'll be right there.
Kanich, you surless! Unhand me! Let me go!
Patiently tying him the fuck up. Okay.
Whew. Thanks for sticking around to help me clean up.
No problem at all. We had a blast.
Parties are always extra lively when you guys are here. It was so much fun. No, by the way, I couldn't help feeling that there was something on Kachina's mind during dinner.
She's been a bit off since the exhibition match ended.
Oh, it's strange. She usually comes to me for advice when something's bothering
The
her.
ring is taking over her, my precious.
Maybe this something different? Oh, sorry to do this, but could you try asking her?
Of course! We'll ask the next time we're alone with her. If there was something we could do to help, there's no way we'd stand by.
Oh,
You don't
thanks.
stand,
That
you
makes me
float.
feel a lot better.
I can keep making this
I'll be
joke.
heading off now too. Just remember, you'll always be welcome to come hang out with me at the People of the Springs.
Bye for now. See you soon.
Electro. I have to do so much. I already have an Auron though. Especially after pulling for Medicine Born of Guilt. I mean, navigate. Wait 2 days later. Let me go ahead and turn that in. With my friendship group. Am I going back here? I don't know. Where are you? I'm checking also this. I have not done much with this place anymore, really.
If you ever...
What achievement did I get? Use Ignite soul aligned attacks within 5 seconds. Let's turn this in over here.
Add Astra.
Episode.
Add Astra Abyssosk. Thank you for complete.
Applesauce. Bad joke. Bad joke.
What? A cursory change in one's appearance and you barely recognize me. Then let one dispel any doubt. One is in all things unconstrained and unabashed, free to live as one pleases, go where one desires, and journey with whomsoever one wishes. Nevertheless, in light of one's considerable renown, please call me Xian Yun in public.
Alright, Xian Yun. Okay, guess I got her.
A duel is a battle of wills. And
Particularly.
Given
I'm streaming. Love you, hon.
sword, an extension of the duelist's spirit. If your heart recoils in fear, then your sword may as well be in its scabbard, because you will not.
Yeah. Okay. 2 days. So wait, 2 days. I know I accidentally hit it. Day after tomorrow. But not tomorrow after today. Hey Ming, how are you? I'm doing well. I am warning people every now and then that the weather isn't going to be nice for the rest of the evening and tomorrow. So if it suddenly cuts out, not my fault. It's bad weather because, God, Mother Nature seems to be very pissed off at us right now.
Oh, here you are, Kachina.
Oh, hey. I had some time on my hands, so I decided to bring Io over to check on Milray and Nyan. Don't worry. Everything's gonna be fine.
Probably mad more than just that, though. If you really think about it. Has something been on your mind lately?
What makes you ask?
Well, you seemed a bit down after the exhibition.
CO2 might be the least of what she's pissed off about. Maybe the methane stuff and all the other stuff too. The destroying of the, you know, Amazon rainforests.
Thanks, Traveler and Paimon.
Basically
okay,
destroying your lungs.
I mean, it's hard to explain. I've just been feeling a bit lost. Despite losing the pilgrimage so many times, what kept me going was the belief that someday I'd win and earn a spot in the Night Warden Wars. So when I finally did, I was over the moon. I mean, things didn't exactly go as planned, and you and the others had to rescue me from the Night Kingdom.
Not too informed, but not uninformed. Yeah. I kind of understand that.
Still, I achieved my dream. But after the happiness wore off, I felt hollow. I didn't know what to aim for next, or what I should work toward. Then the Bloomflower trials came around, and I could fight alongside everyone again. But when the exhibition match ended, I suddenly realized that everyone had real-life responsibilities to return to. Everyone, that is. Except for me.
Katina, you're still a child compared to the others. I'm gonna throw this out there. Try living your childhood instead of, you know, living as an adult.
And that got me thinking. Am I the only one who's still like a kid?
I'm sorry about that,
Ming.
Ming.
Left with so much free time on their hands, who's never really grown up?
So that's what's been bothering you, huh?
This is an important stage in life too, Kachina.
You mean everyone feels like this at some point? I thought it was just because I hadn't been working hard enough.
Take your time searching for what is it you want to do.
Oh, I see. Thank you, Traveler.
To be fair, all of us go through this period once, twice, far more than once.
If you think about it, this is a good thing. Not knowing what you want means the future's still.
So 3 to 4 years. Nice.
When Paimon can't decide what she wants for
Nice goal to work towards. Get out of hell. Woo!
Delicious dishes. But if someone told her, "You're eating this tonight," kinda spoils the anticipation.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
See, even you have your moments of wisdom, Paimon.
Hey, stop underestimating Paimon like that, would ya?
I'm quite sure underestimating is the default phase with you.
Oh, looks like you guys beat me to it. Is the little guy feeling any better?
I mean, yes, that would probably help.
Greenicy Lolly! Hello!
Hello. I didn't have much going on at the moment, so I thought I'd check in on our patient.
Milray's been in a deep sleep this whole time. It's just as Aoife said. We'll need to gather all the sacred flame crystals before we can help him.
I imagine you're right. By the way, you haven't run into any trouble lately, have you?
Define what is trouble to me versus trouble to no one else.
When we discussed the sacred flame crystals after the exhibition match ended, everyone else looked happy. But you seem to have something on your mind.
So that's what this is about. I was worried the sacred flame crystals might be dangerous. Does she think there was something else on my mind? I was worried about Kachina. She was worried about me. I should be honest with her about the rumor. You tell Lolly of the rumor the sacred flame crystals.
A baseless rumor. But a fearful-sounding one all the same. Fear stems from the unknown, so the more cryptic the hearsay, the more panic it spreads.
Wait, are the crystals actually dangerous? Then what about Milray?
Mawika was right. Even if trouble does come our way, she'll handle it. Still, there must be a story behind the Bloomflower trials being stopped. It is said that something happened the last time
Something
they were held.
happened.
Since you're concerned, why don't we look into it? I'm sure we'll still be able to find scrolls from back then over at the Masters of the Nightwind.
Knowing the truth will put our minds at ease.
Can I come along? I'd like to help.
I don't see why not. Come, let's head over to my place. We should leave this little Tapetlosaur to rest.
All the foreshadowing in the world. Let me in, let me in, let me in, let me in, let me in.
I had someone gather up all the woven scrolls from that era. Maybe we'll find some leads we can follow.
There's that many?
Oh, it's just a few.
Oh, this is gonna take forever.
Come on. Less whining.
Oh,
more
say what?
reading.
Stop whinging.
Split them up. We'll finish in no time.
Split up, gang! Looks like nothing's moving. Other than the people. A variety of events are recorded in these scrolls, like moments of frozen history with the power to pull you back into the distant past. I've flipped through several of them, but still nothing about the Bloomflower trials. Yet the stories they contain, they're almost unimaginable. War, peace, alliances, betrayals, seems like the Natland of 6 or 7 centuries past. Relations with the 6 tribes were increasingly complex and constantly shifting.
Why have you stopped? Did you notice something strange?
Are there still conflicts between the tribes nowadays?
There will always be tensions, but the intensity has changed. Usually the Pyro Archon tries their best to prevent intertribal disputes from escalating, but not every Archon has done that as well as Mawika. Also, given that our Archons live only as long as mortals, the transitional periods can be fraught with challenges.
I see.
Far fewer conflicts have ended in bloodshed over the past few centuries. Whenever I read through these scrolls, I too am always struck by the thought of how unimaginable our lives would seem to people back then.
I think Kuchina found something.
Hey, come check this out. This one seems to mention the Bloomflower trials.
Oh? Let me see. A curious coincidence indeed. It seems like the last Bloomflower trials were also held to save the life of an ailing Saurian.
Yeah, coincidence, game developers.
Huh? Was it the same illness as Milray's?
The scroll doesn't say, but it seems likely. Strange. It's very unusual for such records to be so sparse on details. The scroll only vaguely alludes to 2 things. Firstly, that the Bloomflower trials were held to save a sick little Saurian. Secondly, that they seem to have failed. And that the chief of the Flower Feather clan had a major falling out with his younger brother.
Oh no.
And later on, his brother left the tribe and lived as a recluse. That's all it says.
But that basically tells us nothing! You know, except that the person who weaved this scroll must have been slacking off on the job.
Paimon, hush. Or maybe something happened to those 2 successes.
Sacred flame crystals having the power to beguile human hearts. Is this where that's from?
Despite coming through the rest of the scrolls, none of you find any further references to the Bloomflower trials.
From another angle.
Angel?
I'll go take a look through some even older scrolls. Surely the trials were held more than once.
Seeing as that scroll just now mentioned the Flower Feather clan, I think I could go ask Chief Butota.
And what's our next move? Any other leads we can follow?
Yeah, let's split up, gang! Come to think of it, that mysterious cuckoo sword that Milray mentioned might be able to shed some light on this. I have a feeling I know a certain Kusar that might...
Kukasaur? Who told you that? Oh, Aoife's assistant, Kakuku, must have told you, right? I heard he sometimes translates for the other Saurians.
Yeah, this might not be the best time to delve into the whole Saurian indwelling mystery. Yeah, I'll just give Kakuku the credit for now. Yeah, who wants to talk about my skinwalking? Anybody want to talk about my skinwalking?
Over to the Flower Feather clan, and you two can track down that Kukasaur. Let's split up and
Kookaburra
meet back
lives
here
in the
later.
oak tree, very merry king of the bushes. He, Kookaburra, laugh, Kookaburra. Ask, find out much. Wee. Kookaburra laugh. I went the wrong way. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. There. Indwelling time. Nyan, can you tell me any more about the mysterious Kukusaur you mentioned before? Huh? You want to make friends with him too? Yep, that's right. Where can I find him? Tracking him down is no easy task, because he's always off somewhere on his own. One second he'll pop up in front of us and then vanish, then air in the next. It's actually pretty impressive. One time he took us to this absolutely beautiful place with a really, really tall stone gate. There were so many other Kukusaurs there! We wouldn't usually trespass on other Saurians' territory. But he took us there. It was fine. He said it was his home. Kukusaurus and Stone Gate. Sounds like it might be near the Flower Feather clan. Let's go check it out. What does he look like? How will I recognize him? He's really easy to spot. If you see the one that looks all light and floaty, that's him. Light and floaty? Yeah, light and floaty. You'll know who he is the instant you see him. Because he's dead. Seems the only description Nanyan can come up with. It's vague, but it'll have to do for now. Oh, and if you do see him, can you say hi from me and Milray? We're both starting to miss him. He did drop by to see us, but there were too many people around for his liking. Sure thing, leave it to me.
Feeling hungry? I just picked these from the orchard.
Wow, wow.
Go on, have some. Taking care of a patient like you're doing is hard work. Don't wear yourself out with worry, okay?
Wow.
If you need more, there's plenty more where that came from.
We'll get around to doing that. Keep hitting the wrong button.
Keep up.
Shh. So, everyone got that? They'll never see this coming. We'll catch them totally off guard.
Leave it to us. We'll show them what we're made of.
Milani, Kinich, what are you doing here?
Oh, Traveler, Paimon, it's you.
What you doing?
Just between us, we're discussing our strategy for the next half of the exhibition match. But as for the details, those will have to stay a secret. After all, we'll be competing against you this time.
What about you guys? You seem like you're in a hurry. Has something happened?
We're on the trail of an extremely rare and elusive Kukusaur.
Rare and elusive?
Give Kanich and Milani a quick rundown of the situation.
In that case, we can help with the search. That description of the location's way too vague. The scenery around here is all pretty much the same. Without anyone to help out, it'll take you forever.
Yeah, thank you, game developers.
What does the Kukusaur look like? Nothing more specific than that?
Apparently we'll know who he is since we see him.
Well, in that case, let's split up.
I'll check the higher ground and see if anyone over at the Flower Feather clan has any ideas.
I'll follow the river then.
Sounds like it's my time to shine. As Kanich will tell you, I'm a born hunter with the eyes of a hawk.
Hi, Alana.
I haven't got anywhere else to be either. I'll take a stroll nearby and see if I can spot anything.
Oh, sweet baby doll.
Awesome. Thanks, everyone.
Don't mention it. Anyway, we'd better get going. Catch you in a bit.
Seems quite living around here. I'll try and ask them. Cool. Do we need to go up for it? That fruit now was just kind of sour. Try this one instead. It's super sweet. Greetings, fellow Saurians. Greetings, fellow kids. Hello there. How can we help? I was wondering, have you ever met a Kukusaurus around here who do you describe as light and floaty? Oh, you're talking about that kid, are you? Light and floaty. Is that really such distinct traits? The Kukusaurus seem to have instantly understood who I meant. He sometimes shows up around here, but he's always thinking about trying not to be seen. He often's perched up on a cliff, just gazing out on his lonesome, daydreaming about who knows what. Oh, Yeah, and I'm pretty sure I saw him following a human around a couple of days back. Well, that's not something you see every day. He usually won't go anywhere near them. So there's any way to get a hold of him? I'd forget if I were you. That kid comes and goes like a shadow. Come and join us for some fruit instead. Ha! Come, try this one. Sweet as it can be. Okay, thanks. Doesn't seem very fruitful lead. Ha! Better wait and see if Milani and Kanich have any better luck. Not very fruitful. Hi, hon.
Anything on your end, Kanich?
Nope.
Me neither. Kukasaurs all look so similar.
Why don't we ask the one that was raised by one?
They all look light and floaty to me. I mean, what could possibly be lighter and floatier than a pair of wings?
I didn't find anything either. How about you guys?
Sorry, Traveler and Paimon. We couldn't find that Kukasaur you're after. Are you in a hurry to find him? If you need a hand, I can come back and join the search again tomorrow.
Maybe he really is hiding
Well,
from
if
us.
you need any help, don't hesitate to reach out. That's what friends are for, after all.
I've told my friends over at the Flower Feather Clan to keep an eye out. If they see anything, they'll let you know. So, what's your next move?
I think we'll head back to the Knights of the Masters of the Night Wind.
I'll update them.
Come to think of it, Auroron could probably rig up a few traps and snag him that way.
It's not like Auroran's traps can catch just anything, you know.
You never know.
Says the Saurian Hunter. Aren't you the Saurian Hunter
Anyway,
here?
We'll be heading back now. Best of luck.
Bye, hon.
Okay then, see you later. And thanks for your help.
Cat.
Let me think.
Kachina, Seat Lolly, what's up?
We haven't managed to find anything. No one seems to know what actually happened back then.
Oh, wow.
Any luck with your mysterious Kukasaur?
Don't think it's planning to make an appearance anytime
In
soon.
that case, I'd suggest we set this aside for now.
More violence?
It would be great if we could get to the bottom of this, but not every historical mystery can be unraveled.
Oh, it will be before the end of this event.
We must also learn to live with the unknown. Just remember, as long as we stick together, no challenge will ever be too great.
We shall proceed to split up.
Yeah,
Gang.
I'm sure everything will work out. Still, after all this investigating, it feels a bit disappointing to come up empty-handed.
Whew. Finally, dudes. Found you.
Hi, Aoife.
What brings you here?
Kanich mentioned you were on the lookout for a Kukasaur. Just so happens a strange Kukasaur has been following me the past few days.
Strange Kukasaur,
No
you
clue
say?
why, but this dude's been on my tail ever since I got back from the Children of Echoes. Not gonna lie to you, bro, it's kind of freaky. His footsteps are totally silent, and after dark, all you can see is a silhouette. So I didn't even realize he was there until Kakuku suddenly flipped out last night when he went for a drink. His squawking woke me up, and that's when I finally spotted a shadowy shape outside the window.
That sounds terrifying.
It's a goose!
I could tell it was a little Kukasaur from the shape. After observing him more closely, I figured out that he'd been following me the whole time, but that he'd just been too quiet to notice. Not sure if that's the dude you're looking for, but if so, you're more than welcome to get him off my back. The sooner the better.
Wait a second. Does that mean...
Yep, dude's probably hiding right behind that tree.
Do you think we should send someone over to take a look?
It's okay, I've got this. What the... How is that even... Guys, get over here, quick! There's nothing scary about this. It's just,
It's adorable.
Surely that's not...
He's just like Ao's grandparents. The one Yunya described him as light and floaty. He really is instantly recognizable. It's not like any Kukusar I've ever seen. Must be Milray's mysterious friend then, the one spreading the rumors about the sacred flame crystals beguiling human hearts.
Wait, shouldn't he have returned to the ley lines? Haven't they been fixed?
there are many possible reasons, but right now it seems that our priority is...
So why have you been tailing me, bro?
Yeah, bro.
If it's treatment you want, can't do much for you, man. Sorry.
He ran off.
Do you think he wants us to follow him? If only we had a Kukuthosaurus on hand.
Hey, that's a good point. Where is Kakuku today?
He was so spooked last night that he rattled through every single word he's ever learned and then fainted. He was still out cold.
Sorry.
All right, enough chit-chat. Let's just follow him. It looks like he wants to take us somewhere.
Oh, the little Kukusara spirit who leads you much further away than you expected. Went through all the words he knew.
Looks like he's finally stopped.
Why have you brought us here?
Where you died. Cool.
So, is there something buried here, or what? You want us to dig it up?
I don't know. There's some energetic digging you've unearthed in an old weathered box.
These are... woven scrolls, yes. Albeit very crudely made, and heavily time-worn as a result. Still, they're just about legible. They seem to document the very last Bloomflower trials that took place centuries ago? But why would these be here? Come, let's read them together. These might just contain the answers we've been searching for this whole time.
So, have you figured out a way to save him? Indeed, I have. As far as I can tell, we need ocean zephyrs and sacred flame crystals. That's about it. That's great news. Don't worry, little guy. You'll be better in no time.
You weren't, though!
Well, it's not every day that the chief himself drops by to check in on your Saurian buddy. Not so busy these days, huh?
You know I'd come even if I was. You're my brother, man. I heard you've been beside yourself since Antu fell ill, so I was worried about you.
I mean, Antu means the world to me. I promised to stay by his side until the day he's fully grown, ready to spread his wings and soar freely through the skies. I mean, with him around, I've never felt lonely traveling through Natlan. Sometimes he's happy, and other times he's sad. Sometimes he has tantrums, but then he'll curl up beside me when I'm down. And right now, he needs me more than ever. I'll draw upon everything I've ever learned to help him get through this.
I salute your courage and wisdom, brother.
Bro.
But these sacred flame crystals you mentioned, are you sure they'll do the job?
They won't.
Well, I've studied the essence of the sacred flame and read various related scrolls. Sacred flame crystals are born from intertribal conflict. Back when the tribes were somewhat united, they would occasionally hold Bloomflower trials in order to obtain them.
Seems like I've still got lots to learn, despite being chief. So, how can we use them?
Is it really worth holding a whole competition just to get our hands on some?
Apparently, yes.
Research
No,
on
maybe.
sacred flame crystals has been patchy to say the least, so there's never been a definitive conclusion. What we know for sure is that they can be used to treat certain chronic phlogiston-related illnesses. Others also say that they can be used to enhance a warrior's strength. There's something.
Enhance a warrior's strength?
It's speculative at best. We need to analyze an actual specimen to know for sure. As far as I'm concerned, as long as they can be used to cure Antu's illness, that's enough. Nothing else matters.
So you asked the chiefs of all the tribes to send people to take part in a scaled-down version of the Bloomflower trials? Remarkable that they agreed, given it wasn't so long ago that we were at each other's throats. Tensions are running high right now. If I were you, I wouldn't have had the courage to even ask.
I know, but I had no other choice. Fortunately, I've treated patients from every tribe, so the chiefs agreed as a way of returning the favor. With all this ongoing strife, it's been a long time since we've worked together on anything. This might be a good chance for reconciliation. Fighting side by side for a common cause? That's the way Natlan was always meant to be.
Yeah!
Let's hope so. By the way, what's with all this baggage? Heading out on a long journey or something?
I'm heading out to search for ocean zephyrs. In the meantime, I'll leave the trials in your capable hands. Just please make sure it all goes smoothly.
It doesn't.
That goes without saying. Rest assured, I'm your brother after all.
With ulterior motives.
Thank you. And Antu, be good while I'm gone, okay? Once I return with the ingredients, you'll be back on your feet and running around in no time.
Himara! How could you stoop so low? Ambushing us on the field like that.
Ambushing? You've no one but yourself to blame for underestimating us. So what's all this fuss about?
Even if that was remotely true, your guys went way over the line. 7 of our warriors were so badly injured that they're still out cold as we speak. The Flower Feather clan must compensate us for our losses. Hand over the sacred flame crystals.
And what, we'll hand them over after all that? Just because you waggled some fingers and said some angry words?
You figures you take every word.
Didn't you claim that we're holding these trials to save a sick Saurian? Take what's necessary for the treatment, then return us the rest.
Say something, Amara. We're not leaving until you give us some answers.
If the other elders were here, they wouldn't waste their time on such puerile questions. If anything, I just wish we'd managed to collect more crystals. There are always people who think they're so clever. So many contestants were just pocketing the ones they got in the trials. I'll bet you chiefs all have sweet little personal stashes too, huh? Everyone was in a frenzy, snatching the crystals up wherever and whenever they could. We're hardly the only winners. I wouldn't even call us the biggest ones.
You what?
I get it now. Snatching the spoils while using the Bloomflower trials to weaken the other tribes. You planned this all along. Ugh, that Nampol. Can't believe I trusted him.
The children of Echoes will not forget this. Let's go.
Go.
Brother, where's Antu?
Oh, you're back. Come, sit down. I'll explain everything.
Look, no need for that. I only came back to ask. Are the rumors true?
Rumors? What rumors?
That the Bloomflower trials spiraled into an all-out bloodbath, sparking a heated dispute among the chiefs. And that no one was bothered in the slightest about Antu. By the time anyone noticed, he was already gone. How could you lie to me, Amara? You promised you'd make sure the Bloomflower trials went smoothly. Why would you resort to such underhanded tactics?
You think I had a choice? As soon as one person broke the rules, the whole thing became a free-for-all.
Yeah, but you're supposed to be in charge. You're supposed to put
Playing
it...
by the rules gets you nowhere in this world. If I hadn't taken things into my own hands, another tribe would have just swooped in and seized the winnings for themselves. These sacred flame crystals, they have limitless potential. I, for one, wouldn't miss a chance to strengthen our tribe.
I won't debate ethics with you. Where are the sacred flame crystals? Give me some. I'm going to search for Antu.
I've put them all into our research.
You did what?
I did set some aside for Antu in the beginning, but he ran off, didn't he? So there was no longer any
Bitch!
need. He's your companion, yes. But the life of a single Saurian is nothing compared to the future of our tribe.
Hear, hear. You've certainly proven yourself a worthy chief, Imara. Your name will no doubt be etched into the hearts of the Flower Feather clan for generations to come. Just remember this. No excuses can hide the harm your greed has inflicted. All the hope and trust that that little guy placed in you, placed in me, you'll never know what that feels like.
Wait, Nampal! Where are you going?
Antu! Antu! Antu, it's me! Please, answer me. Antu, are you okay? Oh, look at you out here all on your own. I'm so sorry, Antu. This is all my fault. I'll think of another way. After that, I left the Flower Feather clan and lived here on this hill with Antu. He was running out of time. I took him from tribe to tribe, begging them to spare some sacred flame crystals, our last hope. But no one believed me anymore. I begged them again and again, enduring sneers, insults, even beatings. Until finally, Antu's time came. In those last few days, he seemed consumed by an overwhelming sorrow. And then I realized it wasn't just the sickness weighing him down, no. Remorse filled his gaze. I remember once, over at the Children of Echoes, someone approached us with a sacred flame crystal, flaunting it before quickly putting it away.
Ah, this is what you're after, is it? Dream on. Go beg your brother for some. How many did he snatch up for himself? He's the one who put you up to this whole I'm a victim charade, wasn't he? I don't buy it. What are you? You little vulture!
For some reason, Antu harbored a deep and intense hatred for the sacred flame crystals. Whenever he saw one, he would muster up every last ounce of his dwindling strength in trying to destroy it. It wasn't until years after Antu's death that I finally guessed at the truth. He must have witnessed people fighting over the crystals without comprehending why. Unable to fathom how those once cheerful humans had turned from best of friends to worst of enemies, he concluded that they must have been corrupted by the sacred flame crystals themselves.
Alright.
In Antu's eyes, the only reason they'd started collecting sacred flame crystals in the first place had been to save his life. If I hadn't been there, none of this would have ever happened. He carried this guilt with him until the very end. I too shall be bound by guilt for the rest of my days. If only I had taken part in the trials myself. If only I'd seen the greed in Amara's eyes, or even came back.
There's only so much you can blame yourself for it.
But the past cannot be undone. I have immersed myself in the study of medicine and spent my life healing all kinds of Saurians. I buried Antu here on this hill, where I too one day shall rest. Before my own time comes, I have recorded all of this on these crudely woven scrolls in the belief that the truth should not lie buried. May those who come long after us learn from our errors, lest they repeat them. May the Natlan of their day be united as one, free once and for all from bloodshed and strife.
I mean, technically is now. That's hilarious that he's playing guitar. Or ukulele, or whatever it is.
Medicine born of guilt.
So the non-pole from the scrolls was Aoife's ancestor? And that little Cuckoosaur spirit was once his Saurian companion?
Yes, Paimon!
Seems so. That's why he's been following you around, Aoife. Even though he doesn't like appearing in front of anyone else, he senses something familiar in you. No wonder there weren't any records of the last Bloomflower trials. If anything corrupts the human heart, it's greed. And who'd want to immortalize the memory of a scandal by which all 6 tribes were tainted?
Definitely.
The bitter irony is that the sacred flame crystals turned out to be nowhere near as miraculous as they believed. All that scheming, after what proved to be nothing more than a hollow fantasy.
Hey, where's that little cuckoo going?
Faded out. Finally.
Look, over there. Do you think he's sad? Or maybe he's lost in his memories?
I'll go hang out with him for a bit.
I might need a breather over here.
That's fine, Aoife.
A regret lingering for centuries. Unfolding like this before my eyes. Can't believe I'm just now hearing my ancestor's story.
It was foreshadowed when you mentioned it way back when that you don't know why.
I gotta think this through. What should I do? What can I even do?
Spirit stands quietly on the hillside, and like who loved humans, Saren's like utterly alone. If it was life made death, be thinking. This time I went and asked him. Right on to. Maybe on to. You're. Are you the blonde girl from just now? Wait, is this your real form? You can turn yourself into a human? That's amazing! Can you teach me how to do it? I want to talk to the humans, but they don't like me. Do you still remember what happened back then? Only bits and pieces. I remember it being in a lot of pain. I remember how worried my good friend Nepal was. Afterwards, the pain stopped. My body felt so light, but I couldn't find him anymore. I hid, and I searched, hid and searched. I searched without end. My body kept getting colder and colder, like I was freezing to death. Luckily, I found a nice cozy cave where I huddled up and slept for ages. When I woke back up again, the world seemed completely different. A cave? Yeah, there were all these strange patterns on the walls. Some of them even looked a bit like me. Could he meant the remnants of the secret source. That's the closest place to the Night Kingdom. Maybe his soul hasn't faded away yet because he was hibernating there. When I came out of the cave, I saw those evil monsters had returned, so I went to help. That's how I met Milray and Nayan. The 3 of us had them running in circles. Once I'd showed my friends the way, the monsters didn't stand a chance of catching them. Eventually, those monsters all disappeared. Then I faintly heard the sound of Nepal's voice calling out for me to come to him. The monsters disappeared. This must have been after the final battle against the Abyss. The ley lines have been restored, so at this point he could have returned to the Night Kingdom. But you didn't go to him. I wanted to, but Milray came down with the same illness I had. I was so worried for him. Nepal said that sacred flame crystals are required for the cure, but the crystals are evil. As soon as they got their hands onto them, even the closest of friends would get into the most vicious arguments. Everyone started acting so strangely, like they'd all been bewitched. So you think it was all caused by the sacred flame crystals? What else could it have been? They were all such good friends before, and they used to care about me too. It's all because of those evil crystals. I wish I could cast every last one of them into the volcano. But we need them to cure Milray. What should we do? Just as Nepal concluded in his scroll, Antu misunderstood the real cause of the strife. It wasn't the power of the sacred flame crystals to bewitch human hearts, but rather human greed and scheming. But what can we do now for this poor little creature? Should I tell him the truth? From his standpoint, would knowing the truth even make any difference? What's wrong, big sis? You seem down. I'm okay. Let's head back to where the others are. Antu's eyes are full of such heartfelt concern. I don't know what to tell him. The times have changed, so have the people. He's the only one still trapped in the past.
Never thought I'd have the chance to meet my ancestor Saurian companion. It's a pretty cool feeling. Wouldn't you say so, bro?
Bro. Cool.
Can he understand what you're saying?
Kinda. I can pick up on Antu's vibes, just like he catches ours, but that's pretty much it. That's just how it is with Saurian companions. You have to spend a lot of time together to develop an intuitive bond. If my ancestor were here, I'm sure they'd vibe way easier.
In other words, he wouldn't understand even if we discussed everything that went on back then in front of him, right? I'm not even sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I think it's probably better if he doesn't understand.
Huh.
I know that running from your problems isn't the way to solve them, and that we should face up to the challenges in our lives. But even if we told him the truth, wouldn't it only distress him more than he already is?
It's really down to the person.
That's
and
right. The people responsible, the ones who should have apologized to him, are no longer around. All the truth would do is tear open old wounds and sadden him all over again.
Isn't there anything we could do to help him forget his sorrow and find hope once more?
Just like Nampol, I've spent a lot of time studying Saurian psychology. They can be a bit slow sometimes, but they're razor sharp at others. They don't get complex human language, but they get a lot just from reading our eyes. In short, young Saurians are just like children. On one hand, they rely on their human companions. On the other, they really want to prove their worth. Helping people makes them happy, and feeling like a burden makes them sad. So, the best move isn't to get stuck on the truth of what happened, but to help make his current wishes come true.
Present.
His wishes?
For
Milray.
example, Antu, you decided to stay here because of Milray and Nyan, right? You're a smart kid. Sacred flame crystals are bad, bad things that cause endless arguments among good friends. But now, after hundreds of years, we finally found a way to beat them. Will you join forces with us to cleanse the evil inside them, so we
Evil.
can save your
Fight
buddy
the evil.
together?
Interesting approach. You want to turn a lie into the truth, huh?
Never mind what you're trying to do.
I didn't really understand either.
Okay, go on, Ming.
Really some kind of evil power inside the sacred flame crystals?
Oh, dear child. Come. Let Granny explain it to you.
Cats. Kitsune on myself? Nice. Or Titsune. Does Titsune means that you grow more tits? Which is a question.
Okay, I'll do my best.
Not so fast. Hate to break it to you, but the three of us can't make this happen. Let's meet up at the stadium in 2 days. We'll spread the word and see who's willing
Of course,
to play
2
along.
day.
As for making Antu understand, Kakuku can help out. They'll have an easier time communicating.
More tits! Yay! Though I prefer more kits, but that's just me with being a fox. But tits are cool too. Don't get me wrong. Kits, yes. Also cubs. It's kind of interesting that they have such a variety of saying baby foxes, because you could call them cubs or kits or I mean, have you not seen baby foxes? Come on. Oops. You get baby! You get baby! You can get me!
What do you think, Mutt? What do you think?
See? Baby foxes! Well, that's a baby, not a baby fox, but... You also can call them pups, but yeah. But our baby fox is adorable looking! 2 days. Look, I remember to close most of my tabs before I started. So, 41 tabs. That's just my YouTube page. YouTube stuff. Look, my ADHD is fun. Okay. I think that'll be at the 2-day mark. Orange and black. Yeah. What? See, I make sure to close those tabs before, after every time I finish. Hardy har har har.
So sleepy.
Didn't sleep well?
Yeah, I blame Kachina. Being all mysterious about some gathering to discuss something important. I was so curious I couldn't stop tossing and turning the whole night. Also, how come it's so quiet today? You didn't lock a How up, did you?
Maybe.
When I tried to wake him up this morning, his response was, "Leave me be, minion. Darest thou disturb the almighty Dragon Lord in our slumber?" I figured it'd be for the best that he's not here anyway, so I didn't bother calling him again.
Good thing you didn't tell him about our gathering. We could do without his gate crashing for sure.
And then suddenly he's here.
Not late, am I?
Nope, you're right on time. So, Aoife, now that everyone's here, shall we begin?
Actually, today we have a big favor we'd like to ask of all of you.
What's up? Why so serious all of a sudden?
It's a long story. One that begins with a mysterious friend of Milray's.
If relates what happens to the Bloomflower centuries ago, after hearing such a tragic tale, everyone seems a bit gloomy.
Bloodshed between the tribes. That seems almost unthinkable today. But it was an everyday occurrence in that era.
Even working together on something was impossible. That's just too awful.
Yeah, I know. We also talk. Okay, here's what it says. A word from Verso runs an orchid and lives an idyllic, simple life. While normally gentle and easygoing, she dons a mask in the battle that enacts her fighting spirit to drive away villains and monsters alike. However, strength comes at a price, a bottomless appetite. Rendered equally ferocious when faced with foes or food. She's also a regular contestant in the epic feast showdown.
There have always been disputes, but once they escalated into fully fledged clashes between tribes, even a peacemaker would have been powerless to mediate.
And that little Kukusaur Antu believed that the sacred flame crystals harbored some kind of evil power that lay at the root of these intertribal conflicts, and that led to all the later misunderstandings. At this point, it would be nigh impossible to explain the truth to him. Granny's right. It would only make him suffer all over again.
That said, Antu will naturally sense that something's off once you've collected enough sacred flame crystals and cure Milray, won't he? He'll see that no one has been corrupted and that all is as it should be. At that point, he would realize the truth of what happened in the past, even as young as he is.
Exactly. That's why we came up with a plan. When the second half of the tournament wraps up, we'll have enough sacred flame crystals. That's when I want everyone to act like the crystals have messed with us and start arguing.
Ooh, acting! That sounds fun!
I know, acting!
Then, we'll bring Antu over and cast a spell of unity to cleanse all the bad vibes within the sacred flame crystals and bring everyone back to their senses. Of course, neither the evil power or the magic are real, but we've got to make the little dude think he's done something awesome.
Yeah,
Something
I get where
awesome.
you're going with this. The best way to make up for regrets is to do what you failed to do before. We'll recreate that scene from his past, only this time, he'll get the chance to rewrite the future. So, how exactly are we going to do this? Is there anything we can look to?
Once, when I was reading a foreign book, I came
Foreign
across
book.
something called an interactive play designed specifically for kids.
Her manga! Her manga!
The story usually features a showdown between a hero and a villain, with twists and turns throughout. Just as things reach a climax, the hero will pretend to be losing and ask for the children's help.
Everybody, let's make a spirit bomb! With water balloons. Nice. Especially when it's in the summer or hot times because it also cools you down. So, woo!
Then the children all raise their hands, lending their power to the hero and helping them defeat
Or
the
like,
villain.
say, I do believe in fairies. I do!
For the adults watching, it's just a performance. But the children will walk away feeling happy for days to come. At that age, happiness doesn't come from material rewards, but from a heart that believes.
Oh, true. I can totally relate. When I helped out at my parents' shop as a kid, they would always intentionally leave me some simple tasks, like dusting down the shelves or making sure the merchandise was arranged neatly.
Water-cooled fox. Yes!
Then they'd shower me with praise when I was finished, saying stuff like, "Good job, Mualani, you're a genius." And the funny thing is, it always made me super happy.
Spot on. That's exactly it. We want to make Antu feel the same way a kid who just helped a hero would. Lessen his regret and pain before he moves on. Besides, Milray already heard the rumors about the sacred flame crystals from him. If we don't dispel the curse right in front of him, he might refuse to take the medicine. But we can't pull off a show like that with just us. That's why I'm asking for your help.
We'll probably
Power
need
of friendship.
about 5 more people. I mean, there are 5 more spots up for grabs. First come, first served.
You have my board.
All right, Gimli.
I'm probably the best at arguing here, don't you think? We get some pretty rude customers in our shop, and I've had to develop quite a few communication skills to deal with them.
Yeah.
You have my cabbages?
We are Lord of the Ringsing this. Ah!
Special effects like smoke to mimic the evil power and bright lights for the spell of unity.
And my flame strider.
Step on me. I mean,
Oh, you're joining too, Archon?
It really resonated with me when Citlali mentioned a clash between heroes and villains. And unlike the heroes in those plays, I've borrowed strength from all of you in the real world. And we've overcome
I'll be over here still with.
powerful foes
I know it's
together
for an
as a
important
result.
thing, but it's still kind of
I think I'll do
embarrassing.
justice to the role.
Well, if Mika's on board, then you have my hammer. I'm really interested in the part where we pretend to argue.
Let's see. We've got our actors and the stage is set. Now we need a director, a dude to run the show.
I'll go get Farina.
Why are you all looking at me?
You've been cast.
Consider it our vote of confidence, Kanich.
Fine. Then you have my grappling hook. I happen to have some time.
Oh, sweetie.
So, that's everyone then. In that case, Varessa.
Have you been a bad fox?
Sorry, guys. I'd love to sign up, but I already promised to help transport the wounded.
As for me, if I see you all arguing, I wouldn't be able to resist stepping in.
And I'm just really bad at acting.
Ming, have you been a
I'd be
bad
so
fox?
stiff, the game would be up before we even got started. I'll stay and help the Saurians search for ocean zephyrs. Once they've brought enough back, I'll
Good
join
nor
you as
bad?
soon as I can.
I don't know. Throwing water balloons at people randomly may not be a good thing. You've been bad, but Hey, stop Star, how are you?
We all have our own part to play, right?
That's right. All right. Once the second half of the exhibition match is over, we'll split into 2 teams and play our respective parts.
Great! Let's make the second half an even more exciting fight. That way, we'll be able to collect more sacred flame crystals to help cure Milray. I've even come up with a secret strategy that's sure to catch you all off guard.
Uh-huh.
After centuries, we're holding the Bloomflower trials once more. I hope that this time we can bring them to a close free from regret. Are you all confident that we can do this?
Yeah!
Then let's get this show on the road.
Woo! Spell of Unity. Come on, let's LARP conflict.
Alright, looks like everyone's here. Time for a strategy meeting. Ugh, why do they keep picking battlefields covered in mountains that need climbing?
I was going to say, you can fly,
If you're
Paimon.
worried about getting tired, I can just fly you straight to the top. Launching a surprise attack on their base would also be a good tactic.
I'll use smoke to sow confusion amongst their ranks. Then you guys can just charge in and beat the living daylights out of them.
Sounds so happy about that.
It'll be over as soon as it began.
These two are in even more of a rush than Paimon is.
Let's all just calm down for a moment. We don't even know what their formation will be like. Besides, if we don't deal with nearby opponents first, our main base could be at risk.
Slow and steady wins
The area
twice.
nearby is full of rocks. Looks like they're trying to block our path.
That's nothing. Let's just charge straight through. Come on, time for a warm-up.
I mean, sure. By the way, this is Jensen's thing.
Quick as a flash.
Whoa, you actually managed to smash all the rocks.
Woo! That loosened me up.
Look at her go. Look at her go. I don't really have to worry about all of them. Hi, bitches!
I'll stop you in your tracks.
Oh, but I mean, you're not a bitch, Kachina. Don't think that I'm saying that to you.
Stronger. Start the clock.
Be free. Time to say hello.
Don't worry, everyone. We can do it.
Coming in. Coming in. Coming in.
Coming in, coming in, coming in.
This is about to get messy. Coming in.
No, wrong button.
Controlled breathing. Let's. We've got to fall back for now.
Zoom.
Excellent. We've secured the Children of Echo's base.
I mean,
Head up the mountain.
she's been particularly not talkative on this, comparatively speaking, so she's fine.
Granny to the rescue! Now that's what Paimon calls some serious backup.
Granny's not here to check if I've been slacking, is she?
Farad! Don't I? I guess I do not. Okay. I was seeing if I needed to replace.
Quick as a flash. Show no mercy.
What am I supposed to do? I don't have her, if you can't tell. Is it supposed to...
Rise like smoke. Yeah.
Steady now.
Ah.
Get to work. Rise like smoke.
Whee!
Find a way to hold them off.
Coming in.
Fuck, wrong button, wrong button, fuck.
Giddy up. Bullseye.
I love hitting the wrong buttons. It's amazing, isn't it? Also, my cat says hello.
Coming. Watch out. Suffer the wrath of the...
Dixie Do playing Bind. Yeah, okay. That got turned off.
Step aside.
Yeah.
Nice, another one in the bag.
Something's wrong. There are far fewer people in their base than expected.
And Mualani hasn't put in an appearance yet either.
She had a, you know, important thing that she was doing. You know, secret
Not
plan.
good. The people of the Springs took back the base we just captured. And even worse, they're sending troops to attack our main base.
Huh. That girl has some moves. I'll give her that. Looks like we'll have to split our forces to hold off their counterattack.
Split up, gang!
Don't worry. I'll handle Mualani. She still owes me for wrecking my front door. You just
Which
focus
time?
on moving forward.
You're a lifesaver, Granny Seat Lolly. We can rest easy knowing you're here covering the rear.
Kinky.
Thanks, Granny. We've got this.
I float? Oh, right. I'm in... The ways that you do different movement stuff is kind of...
Splitting their forces into smaller squads to slow our advance and undermine our morale. Very clever.
I mean, I guess.
Let's fly. Coming in.
There's a reason why I don't like...
Locked on. Giddy up. Looks like the scions of the canopy
Bride
space
me
is
like
on the
that.
other side of that cliff.
Ooh, does that mean it's finally time for the big showdown?
That cliff top's very high up. Whatever you do while you're flying over, don't look down.
I was trying to make a joke about riding me like she rides her weapon, but I mean, I didn't quite get that out because everybody else, you know, absolutely interrupted me. Oh, hi. I came at you at the wrong angle.
I knew that wouldn't stop you. Let's have our weapons do the talking.
Please.
Hold on to your hats. Locked on! Locked on!
This isn't over yet.
Yes, I did. They were looking in the wrong direction.
On my
Too slow. Be free. Yeah. Time to say hello.
Let's fly. Bullseye! Fire in the hole. Cha!
The fight is done. Sound the retreat.
The fruits of victory taste almost as
True.
sweet as ones I've grown myself. At least I won't
But
be in for
no,
one of
he
Granny's
was
scolds.
looking in the wrong direction in the sense of I didn't enter the cutscene correctly.
Wow, that explains why you were so fired up today.
Auroron! Since when has your granny ever gone around scolding people like some sort of scary monster, huh?
Anyway, good workout, huh?
I love
You can say that again.
Auron's
It's not
and
every day
Lolly's
you get to enjoy
relationship.
the thrill of battle.
You youngsters sure love a good brawl, huh? Once this is all over, I think I'll need a few days at home to lie down and recover.
Thanks, Granny. Without your support, who knows what might have happened.
I'll have you know that
Blades.
Mualani didn't pull any punches during our little skirmish just now. Next time she shows up at my place asking for a favor, I'm giving her a proper talking to.
Shows that everyone really was giving it their all. Anyway, after all that, surely we've collected enough sacred flame crystals now.
We have indeed. Let's gather them up and head back. Next up, time for our little play.
Let's play along. Hardy har har.
Aoife, this should be enough, right?
Yeah, plenty. Maybe more than we can even use.
Oh, that's great news. Just goes to show how fired up everyone was. Let's set the remainder aside in case of emergency. Next up, the main event. When do we start?
Just a sec. Before we roll the cameras, let's break it all down one more time. Shortly, you'll all take the sacred flame crystals and place them in front of Milray and Nyan. Then, once Kanich gives the signal, Auroron will do his thing, and the crystals will start giving off a black mist. That'll be the cue to start fighting. Once things get real heated, we'll bring Antu in and have him cast the Spell of Unity. Afterwards, Auroron will clear his black mist, and then we all go back to chilling with each other. Any questions?
Why is the sky blue?
Relax. I've played it all through in my head many times now.
So as an autistic person, when I do that whole play it through my head multiple times now, it never ends up the way that I was thinking.
Then let's do this.
Squish booba. Yeah, true. Also kind of has that kind of glow thing of like, you know, the stress balls kind of thing. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Not that I haven't recently found one of my old ones and have been starting using them.
Finally, we've got all the sacred
While I'm
flame
sitting here.
crystals we need. Don't worry, little guy. You'll be better in no time.
Oh.
It's just like Aoife said. He looks very reluctant to go through with this.
As long as he sees us dispel the curse with his own eyes, we'll be all right. Let's proceed.
True, but I don't think I can feel myself up during stream. Okay.
Hey, Mualani. That's weird. I feel a bit dizzy.
Special effects team, get in position.
On the case.
Now, time to get squabbling. As agreed, we'll start with Mualani.
You've got this, Mualani. Leave it to me.
Oh no.
Now, listen up, Kachina. I'm gonna give you a piece of my mind. You hear me?
He's trying.
So terrible, Kachina. Why, I'm positively furious.
What did I do again?
That is a good question. Think about that.
I thought you said you were a natural at this.
When you see a jowl here, excuse me. I mean, the truth of the matter is, what's stopping me is in case anybody actually sees.
With a reason to argue.
How am I supposed to tap into old talents when I'm drawing blanks here?
If this goes on much longer, even the little Saurians will realize something's off. Don't get caught up on the reasons for an argument. Just start by setting the atmosphere for one.
Don't panic. I'm thinking. Oh, I know. How about this?
Yeah, and then the cats will try and get in, and it'll be...
Kachina! You stand accused of the heinous crime of eating my very last Saurus cracker! Huh? When we went out for a picnic last night, you ate the last Saurus cracker! How could you have done such an abominable thing?
Yeah, I know, right?
Saving that for the end!
Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, so? You ate way more than I did!
No. You just don't get it! The ones we ate in the middle don't matter. The last one's always the tastiest!
Good. He's starting to buy it. Time to turn up the heat.
Mualani, isn't it about time you paid up for wrecking my dinner?
Oh, seriously? You're bringing this up now? You promised to let it go the last time we had dinner together!
And when might that have been?
The last time we had dinner, like I said! We were over at the People of the Springs, and you'd had just a teensy bit too much to drink. You took my hand and said it was all water under the bridge. Wait, hold on. Have you genuinely forgotten? Oh, this isn't part of your act, is it? And to think I tried so hard.
Is this what sacred flame crystals can do? It's like you've all become completely different people. Surely our only hope now is for me to...
Can it, Mawika? Do you even have any idea how long I've had to put up with your nonsense?
Oh, wow.
Without so much as a heads up, you just dump some pile of designs.
I would say this is actually for the
truth. Gotten from who knows where, and then tell me to build you that flame rider or whatever you call it. Then you drive it into the wilderness every single day, and then whenever it breaks down, you send it straight back to me for repair, even when I'm on vacation.
I feel like this is actually...
Oh, and not to mention your special sunglasses and that precious sword of yours that's impervious to even the hottest of flames. Do you need me to make a list?
Then the cats want to get out as soon as I lock them in. It's kind of one of those things. I feel like this is actually...
me? Or is Shilonen's acting pretty convincing?
Or it's actually...
She might be the only one who's not actually acting, Kachina.
So sleepy. Why didn't you wake me up this morning, Kanich?
And from now on, I am not taking any more work during holidays, and you're banned from showing up at my vacation spots.
Wait a minute. I remember now. You were the one who kept encouraging me to drink more that evening. Trying to get me drunk so you could write off some old debts, huh? Smooth moves, Mualani. Figured out some tricks to use on old Granny, have you?
Well, would you look at that? Oh, these little pipsqueaks suddenly at each other's throats! Oh, what a golden opportunity this could be! Listen up, everyone! Arguing won't solve any problems, so let's settle this with a good old-fashioned fight to the death! I, the almighty Dragon Lord, myself, your referee! Kanich! Let's start with Kanich! Who's got it in for Kanich? Huh? Whoa, what's wrong? Why are you all looking at me?
Oh, perfect timing.
You. Well, you're the worst. You wasted an entire bucket of ice by taking a bath in it.
And you ate all those crackers I baked. I spent the whole night preparing them.
Always yelling at the top of your lungs.
Never had endorphin. Yeah.
Permanent earache in a pint-sized package.
No list would suffice to record the horrible things you've done.
Whoa! Time out! Time out! Why is this all suddenly aimed at me?
Violence.
How could this be? The argument's spiraling out of control. I can no longer cleanse the evil power within the
We're
sacred
acting,
flame
by the way.
crystals myself. If this goes on much longer, continues for much longer. Oh, how does it go again? Let me see. Oh, yeah. If this goes on much longer, Natlan will be in grave danger. We're so close. If only a brave hero would step forward. Good thing I wrote that all down in advance. Hopefully I sold it.
That's us. You ready, Antu? Antu?
PTSD flashbacks!
There's no need to save him. Think of what we could accomplish with all those sacred flame crystals.
Fine by me. Let's settle our old scores today. Once and for all.
Violence.
What right do you children of Echoes think you have to point fingers at us? How many times have you wronged us over the years?
Bunch of liars and cowards, banding together like the vermin you are.
Vermin! Vermin!
Huh. Never have the heavens smiled down upon those who live by the rules. If something's worth having, you've got to take it by force.
Okay.
I should never have believed you.
It's all my fault. If only I'd never fallen ill in the first place. I don't want to be cured. I don't want the sacred flames. Crystals, please stop fighting, please!
Antu!
You're up, bro.
Cry!
This ends now. We're here to save the day.
Evil power that corrupts the human heart? There's no place for you in Natlan anymore.
I'm doing a children's play to make him sure that he goes on to the afterlife.
Fly! Cast the spell of unity, just like I taught you.
Now, Aurora.
Got it.
Hey, Tyra. How does it know what's going on?
The path of fate lies bleak. Walls rise in human hearts. Yet those walls we shall break, and we will march on. From this day forth, may worldly strife be no more.
What in the... Look, the evil power is fading.
Flump.
The magic's working.
Grain fruit chips taste so much better with sweet cheese. That's not even up for debate.
I think you'll find that salted cheese is the classic. The first and best choice in Natlan for...
Cheese! That stuff's for kids. I'd never go near it.
Well, I guess you're not completely wrong. They have a unique flavor with salted cheese, too. The perfect storytime snack.
Also great with a glass of wine. Though sweet cheese with a splash of liqueur works well, too. Let's have another get-together sometime. Don't worry, I won't bring up the door incident again.
You sure? You sure?
You're amazing, Granny. Next time I'll come with Kachina, and we'll bring some home-baked Saurus crackers and grain fruit chips along.
And some glazed meat stew and volcano cake, too.
Making me hungry.
Sure. In that case, I'll go find Veressa and we'll make you some nice, juice or something. When will you all grow up?
No clue.
Why does it feel like I'm always the only one drinking?
I don't know, Granny. Say, Molly.
The bottle too, Granny. Isn't there some kind of sweet and sour soup that's all the rage with the Masters of the Nightwind right now? What's it called again? Mystique soup? Much better than alcohol, if you ask me.
Wait a minute, what exactly is going on here? Your attitudes towards each other are changing way too fast!
It's okay, How.
Huh. Wow, that's weird. What was I just saying? I can't remember for the life of me. Can you, Mawika?
That's my
Mawika! Something about wishing I dropped by your workshop more often and how grateful you are that I keep pushing you to achieve the impossible. Life is like climbing a mountain. All the best views are at the top. You just give people that kind of vibe.
Wait, are you serious?
Just kidding. I'll try my best not to dump any more strange commissions on you.
How into that have you two?
Now kiss.
Snap out of it, people! It's like you're all under some kind of spell! Quick, Kanich, think of something!
How? I owe you an apology too. I've been too harsh on you.
We killed a
It seems the evil power is completely gone. Were you the one who helped us?
Oh, I was still dead on the floor over there.
Awesome job, bro!
Great job, Antu. Now that the sacred flame crystals have been cleansed, we can use them to cure your friend. Don't leave him hanging. Go tell him the good news. Thank you so much, all of you. This turned out even better than I imagined.
See, told you it would all work out. Didn't I mention I'm an old hand at this whole argument game?
You were kind of failing at the beginning.
This close to spilling the beans.
Thank you, Kanich.
Here. Even the kids of our tribe would have done a better job. Tell you what, we're lucky they don't speak our language.
I couldn't help it. Besides, how was I supposed to, criticize Kachina to her face like that?
Agreed. Especially with the look on her eyes when it happened.
Actually, it was the same for me. Even though I knew it was all just an act, I didn't want to argue with you.
Huh? So you were all just playing pretend? Ugh, boring. I'm going back to bed.
Bye, How.
Don't let the door hit you on the way out.
Now, all that's left are the ocean zephyrs, right? I heard on the way over that we'd already found some, so it shouldn't take long.
Everyone, over here!
Hiya-san! And, whoa, that's a lot of saurians.
We've gathered enough ocean zephyrs. I asked them to give them to me, but they wanted to bring them over themselves. So we came together.
Adorable.
Here, I think this should be enough.
Just hang on a moment, everyone. I'll go mix the ingredients. Hey, Kakuku? Dude? Less chat, more help?
Sure thing, bro. I've got you, bro.
Beats it. Now comes the most important step of all.
Whew. This is it. The moment we've all been waiting for. Oh, sacred flame crystal. Forged by the will of many. Please, work your wonders and drive this sickness away.
Are we actually gonna get a cutscene out of this? We are! Hey, Fox! You're cute! I mean, you can, but should you is an entirely different thing. I know, it's so adorable! the way, this is a spirit. Feel bad. This little one is dead. Died to the thing that we managed to save this little one from. Go back to your owner, hun. Yep, he's waiting for you. Go back to the Night Kingdom, sweetie. What do you think of your great grandson there?
Cheer up, bro. It's always tough to lose a friend. But in this case, our parting is their reunion. Antu's already wandered the world for way too long. But now that you're all fixed up, he could be at peace. His final wish was to be reunited with his bro. And he's done that. We should be happy for him. Just like he celebrated your recovery. Thanks a ton, everyone. With your help, I've been able to do what my ancestor could not. Not only did we save this little Saurian from his torment, we also made a historic contribution to the study of phlogiston-related diseases. As a physician, I'm honestly feeling touched and overwhelmed.
Well said. Then without further ado, I hereby announce that the Bloomflower trials have come to a successful close. From my perspective, though, this competition had another meaning. Throughout the event, I didn't witness any arguments, scheming, or plotting for personal gain. All 6 tribes united to accomplish something truly remarkable. Even without the threat of the Abyss, we're still as close as family. We've surpassed those who came before us, and in the future, our people will surely grow more united still. So, in keeping with our traditions, it's time for a celebration. Let's make this a lively one, people.
Woo!
As it happens, I picked a whole batch of fresh vegetables just yesterday. I'll go get them now.
Nerd!
Leave the meat to me.
Kinky.
And don't you dare skimp on it, Kanich.
He
Go
won't.
gather the others. Many hands make light work. And besides, the best meals are always ones prepared together.
See you tonight, everyone.
See you tonight! Paimon's ready for a feast tonight.
We've already had like 2 in just a week, feels like. Okay, we'll finish this, and then we'll finish the Nightwing stuff, and I'll eventually... Let me check something on the timing of things. Yeah, this is the 8-day stuff. And I'll do this stuff next week. But... Or do I just want to do... Well, because I said that I was going to go do Trigger's stuff. And, will it let me teleport there directly? Huh. Trigger stuff in ZZZ. So.
Fancy a slice of volcano cake? I baked it myself.
Thank you for not making me hungry, okay? I want chocolate.
In that case, Paimon be glad to oblige. Mmm, so good. Paimon's tempted to eat the whole cake.
Paimon, there's other people here.
Ahead. I made this specially for you guys.
In other words, it's all of Paimon's gonna eat it.
Sweet cakes help people forget their worries. And I hope everyone could be happy every day.
You seem to have bounced back, Katina.
I'm feeling much better. I definitely was unsure about where my future lay for a while there. But reading through those old scrolls, I realized that the 6 tribes haven't always been so united. They used to argue a lot, and even got into big fights. I've never experienced anything like that. I can barely imagine such a harsh way of life. I love Natland the way it is today, and I love spending time with my friends. As Uncle Pakal once told me, the harder something is to come by, the more we should treasure it.
Baby puppy. Time Force, goodness.
So, I've decided to always do my best to help, and make sure my friends are happy. Most importantly, I want us all to stay united, forever and ever.
Friendship is magic!
I haven't figured out exactly how I'm gonna do that, but I can start with what I'm good at, like baking delicious crackers and cakes to share with everyone.
You're a good kid.
You know what? Paimon just had an idea. You could open a cake shop. That way Paimon will be able to enjoy your cakes even more often than she already does.
Paimon, as somebody for, like, I guess a year or so wanted to be a chef, just because you enjoy cooking does not mean that in the end...
You think so? I'll have to get Moalani to teach me how to run a shop then. Baking delicious desserts every day and making everyone smile. That does sound like a wonderful life. Thanks, guys. I think I might have found a new goal to work towards.
He'll be rooting for you all the way.
Paimon hasn't seen Aoife or that Cuckoosaurus yet. Any idea where they went?
Before the party, I heard he was planning on heading up that hill to pay respects to his ancestor. They're not back yet?
Thank you for the follow, Dustwave 4. Yeah, Dustwave 4, I appreciate, hun.
If he doesn't get back soon, all the best food's gonna be gone. Guess we've got no choice but to take the cake with us and go check on them.
We don't have to take it with us. We could say it's reserved for us. Nice. Or I'll quickly talk to everybody around here before we wander off.
The more meat you eat, the faster you'll recover.
That's not exactly how that works. Rawr! Rawr!
I owe you an apology too. I've been too harsh on you. Wish I could have frozen that moment in time so you could just listen to yourself.
A few more drinks, and who knows? You might hear it again. In your dreams.
I can eat ya!
Want some more cake?
I appreciate that, hun. Ming, I made plenty. Yeah. Sorry, halfway.
A toast.
Got distracted.
To the successful conclusion of the Bloomflower trials. Cheers!
Cheers. Finally. A few days off.
Mm-hmm. Planning a vacation, are we?
Judging from my experience with the pilgrimage, things are pretty quiet for a few days after competitions. There usually isn't much trouble.
Gonna go see your parent? Like, your not adoptive parent, human parents, but your Cuckoosaur parent?
Yeah, competitions do take a lot out of everyone. We all need a good rest.
Cheers to that. And a long overdue break.
Try some. Try some. How do they taste?
Delicious, as always. It's your signature dish after all.
Tom, 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 yum, 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 by the sound of it.
I've kept the extra sacred flame crystals for future use. Next time you need some, just come to me. Also, this is my first time acting in a play like this. I find I really enjoyed it. What did you think of my acting skills?
You're natural thespian? No, you're natural lesbian, but I mean... there's certainly room for improvement.
I'd have to agree with that.
Teasing
Seems like I
Malika.
still have a lot to learn. Is it something you're good at? Some tips would be nice if you find a suitable time for it.
Memorize the script properly.
This wine's amazing.
Or if you don't do that, know how to improv off of it.
Wouldn't have made it into my collection otherwise. Drink as much as you like today, people. I mean, I owe you all one, don't I?
Ha 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 ha. We might just have to take you up on that.
Brim might actually drink you out of house and home.
As much as we like? You might regret saying that.
I was thinking that.
All right. Bring it on.
Regrets will be made tonight then, by the sound of it. Say, I don't remember what my favorite, because I remember the originals pretty well for Power Rangers. But I also liked it after the first movie kind of ninja thing. Were they ninjas or something? I don't know. I don't really remember much. Yeah, natural lesbian. She is a natural lesbian. Teasing. Teasing! Okay. The other one I remember a lot was Dino Thunder. And that came out mostly because I would be waiting on a different thing that came after that on the TV, and so I'd watch it.
Yo, Ancestor Man. Guess you're reunited with Antu already?
Ancestor Man, yeah.
I have a Kukasaur companion too, so I totally get how you must have felt. First time I saw this dude, he was out in the wild, being bullied by other Saurians because of his unusual appearance. He'd been pecked all over the place, bleeding from head to toe.
Yeah, Tommy is. That was why I'd be waiting. Yeah. I was so sad when I heard what happened to the actor.
I gave him some meds, and from then on, he just stuck to me like glue. Even wound up becoming my assistant.
If I'm only as old as I feel about 1,000. Okay.
Thanks, bro.
Hey, don't mention it, dude. Being on the road with me as a vet was never gonna be an easy gig. One time when we were treating a sick Saurian, Kakuku got infected too. He ran a high fever, and I searched everywhere for ingredients and did everything I could for him. But despite giving it my all, he was right on the edge, man. And all I could do was keep praying. If he hadn't recovered, I know I'd have felt the same guilt you did. Luckily, he managed to pull through. And he even stayed by my side, helping me ever since.
Egyptian mom. Yeah, I know, right?
He's a solid assistant, no question. So yeah, Kakuku, I'm the one who should be thanking you.
Hey, don't mention it, dude.
Your medicine born of guilt? Don't sweat it. We'll keep improving it as we go. You have my word.
Most of them, I know, right? Most of them are juicier than us, right? Sorry, had to make a mummy joke.
That way, no one else will ever have to feel the same guilt that you did ever again. Huh? Yo,
Yeah,
bros? What
I mean,
brings you guys here?
1,000 years for every tale.
Bringing our bros some cake, of course. Kachina made these herself, you know. They're incredible.
For real? In that case, I gotta...
Oh, wow. That's awesome, bro.
Hey, save some for me.
Yeah. They could probably live even longer than that.